Hey guys, how's it going? It is Cade Woody here, and today we're going to be hosting our first official talking about the Wasteland. So,
Yes.
what exactly is this? Well, I'll tell you. This right here is about basically saying some fan questions, and it's where you, the viewers, get to ask some questions, about Wasteland related stuff. Get to know more about what we do behind the scenes, what we do to incorporate the scenes, what we do with the scenes, how we seen it, and the scenery. Anyways, a lot of scenes. Anyways, we're going to be first diving into some cast questions, if you guys are okay with that.
Of course.
Except, oh wait, 1 second. We seem to be missing a person. Mickey, you can do your thing now if you want.
I'm a bad boy. I'm coming backwards. I'm a bad boy.
Welcome,
yeah.
Warper.
That was very
What
anticlimactic.
are you talking about?
Yeah,
I'm
I was
I'm
going
a
to say
different
that.
character. I made up.
Okay. Well, anyways, Mickey's been saying this for about 5 minutes now. About like, I want to come in super cool, and then this just happens.
and then
Yeah, I'm a bad boy.
it was the most
Okay.
awkward
I have
thing
my
ever.
own chicks. I'm a bad boy.
Oh my gosh. So I guess I have to take down this part of the couch. All right, there we go. Anyways, guys, we're going to be diving into some cast questions that I've been getting in the DMs and stuff, and so let's hop into our first one. All right. So this one is basically for all the casts, and I'll just go one by one, I guess.
All right.
So we'll start off first with I guess I'll just go ahead and start this off. So the cast said, so
We have a cast question
Oh, we
Oh,
do.
really?
Okay.
from
This
a
can be
viewer.
fun.
Oh, it's Lex the God. He says,
Oh,
is
it's
season
Lex.
3 going to have Drexel alive?
Yeah, Drexel's dead, bro. 100%. It's a hard loss and it's a hard pill to swallow, but you know what? We swallow this. Swallow this. What the frick? Swallow it. We most certainly will. Anyways.
Oh,
Hey guys, sorry I'm late. I'm just a bad boy.
Anyways, the question I got is it will be from well, I'm not gonna mention the name just in case they don't want that revealed. I'm just gonna say it is by anonymous 1235, and it is going to be how many characters have you played between each one of the casts? So I guess I'll go first. Well, the first character I played in, which is my main character, and it's gonna be of course the one, the only Road freaking Wolf. I have a lot of fun playing this guy. Honestly, I mean, he's my favorite part of the comic book. He's been really good. And plus, while I'm here, the phases are now going to be going on Storyfire and Instagram. So please be on the lookout for those. And so yeah, and I've also played a character named, which is one that really touches my heart, and one that really is a character that I loved playing, and that is Cooper Andrews. And basically, he's a blacksmith / he runs the community, he runs the show in season 2, and he
tripped.
Yeah, he tripped.
Not like I had anything to do with it.
Right. And so basically, that's one of my favorite ones I've ever played. And then another one is Pillager 1. Pillager 1 is another great one. And I basically do a different voice for each one of these. For example, Cooper Andrews kind of has a
It's the type of
accent.
talking.
And I'm Cooper Andrews. I'm the blacksmith for the community. And so yeah, that's basically Cooper Andrews. And now let's go to Matt. How many characters have you played, Matt? And what's been your favorite one? And how have you played them?
My favorite character that I've ever played has to be Drexel. I felt very connected to that character, and it was very sad to see him go. I've also played Scott, Samson, and Trent. Out of those 3 characters, my other favorite would have to be Samson.
Samson, right? Right. All right. And then Patrick, if you want to go next.
Yeah. So I played, I believe around 5 or 4 characters.
Okay, there, buddy. Sound like you're having a bit of a laugh attack. Oh yeah.
Driscoll's one of them. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I need to say something from our sponsor, Pepsi.
Pepsi does not sponsor this video, guys. Just a side note.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pepsi.
I'm gonna
Please
do that
don't.
every live stream. I'm gonna say it was sponsored by Pepsi or Coca-Cola.
Basically, Patrick has played O'Driscoll. He's played Victor. He's played Reaper. He's played Dimitri. Reaper's my personal favorite. Reaper the guy has so much depth, and trust me, you will be seeing a lot more of him, and you'll definitely see more for his character coming into season 3. So Mickey, you're up next, and boy, do you have some interesting parts you like to play.
Oh yeah. All right, we want to talk about characters. I've played quite a few extras, believe it or not. Too many to name, actually. I'm just gonna name the main ones.
All right.
Main is my boy Warpy. One side of his face is burnt off, meanwhile the rest of his skin looks like leather. Feels like leather, too.
Right.
Who else have I played? I played the announcer. That was a fun little role.
Wilhelm.
Wilhelm. I love
Yes.
narrating fights. It's pretty fun. You say a lot of smart comments. It's kind of fun. Well, who else? I played that guy who knocked out Drexel with the shield. He didn't see it coming. I also played couple extras. What are you gonna say?
You also played Simon, the military man.
Oh yeah, I played Simon, believe it or not. I'm just that good of an actor that no one would recognize me. The only thing is Patrick. 50-50. How much you want to bet someone thought it was Patrick?
Right. All right.
Or
So
even someone different.
Yep.
Maybe.
All right. So the next one is directed towards me. He says, Kate, as a showrunner, how many seasons would you like to do, and how many episodes per season? Well, I'm not really gonna go too far into that because I just don't want to promise you guys I'm just gonna go with the flow and go where the story tells me. If the story runs out somewhere, and I say it can't go anywhere further, and I could see a good ending point in sight, then I'll let you know, of course. But for each season, I'm really wanting to go to 6 to 8 episodes per season. There will be some extended ones in there. Trust me, there will be some more extended ones. Just because there will be like certain stories that need to be extended, right? So, but there's going to be a lot of I'm really wanting for this show to be straightforward and to the point. Right, I don't want this dragging on for about 16 episodes long, because then you just run into filler and plot holes and just useless plot points, and I just want it to feel like one giant movie, just 6 episodes to be compiled in one giant movie. And that's basically what I want. So this next question is for Patrick, and it says coming into the show. How fun is it being to work with the cast and working with the crew and actually, having some ideas with some of this?
Well, there's a meme coming up, and that I would say was very accurate. No, I'm kidding. It was actually a very cool experience. I just contacted Matt, and then it just went from there, and I got into the show. And it was fun. They offered me a good role, and yeah, it was very fun to work with the cast for a first-time experience. And they're very welcoming, so if you'd like to be a part of it, hey, it's always a chance there for you.
All right, here's another question, and this one's directed towards Matt. And it says, this guy that we see in the post-credit scene in Season 2, who exactly is he, and how in-depth can you go with him?
Well, his name is Matt Mercer. Obviously, the first name is based off my own name. I don't want to go too in-depth with him because we actually do have a bigger plot for him coming up. All I will say is he will reappear at some point in the story, and he will have a key role to play eventually, and that's all I'm going to say because I don't want to spoil it for you guys.
Right. Right. All right. Next up is for Mickey. So, Mickey, what would you when would you like? What's your ideal date for Shattered Man to come out, and have you guys started filming on that yet?
We filmed some, like I said, 2 weeks ago, but like we said, sometime in mid to late December, we're gonna release 1 or 2 episodes. See how that goes.
Right.
I haven't exactly had the most amount of time to record. I got a lot of fun stuff planted for it. I got a lot of plots for it.
Right.
A lot of story building on a character that's kind of dead, but, you know, still walking around, but he's a husk in the shell of a man.
Okay. And this next one's actually also to Mickey, and he said, and basically this comment is saying, what's been your favorite scene with Warper and why?
Yeah. So, episode 1. Not episode 1. Blind Follower, my first introduction, is one of my favorite. That's kind of what built the character when he first started.
Definitely.
And each season, when he's around, I want to say he shifts from one side to another. He's like a box or a coin. He has different sides, and they're not all just bland. He's like a spice that has more than one taste.
Right. Right.
And every season he changes.
Definitely. And this next one, Rose is not here, so I guess I'll just answer this one. So about this Liz character, will she become a future part of this, like a big part of this group? And the answer to that is simply, yes, definitely she will come to her own. You'll definitely get to see more of different sides to this character and get to dive more into this character. This is definitely not going to be a one and go type of character, right? This is going to be one that we're going to be keeping around for a good while. I'm not going to say when we're not going to stop, because then that's going to basically spoil some death and all that stuff. I'm not saying that Rose is going to die. I'm just going to say there's a certain point in the story where you can, go with, try to think of another story, or you can just, stop the story there. But as far as Liz goes, you can do. There's still a lot more to the story, and there's still a lot more that we can explore, and there's still a lot more that I have plans to explore. And that's about it for that question. All right. Next up. All right. This is for all the cast. What's been your favorite episode and why? I'll start off. Episode 6 has been my favorite episode. Season 2, episode 6, called Blood Brothers. It's just, there's been so much story that we've covered in that one episode that builds up for future events. And it really brings a new look to the Wasteland world that we know and love. And it brings more depth to this world, right? The way I see this episode is it's split up into 3 different parts. You have the first part, which is the sabotage. We like to call it the sabotage scene between the cast, because that's the part when the sabotage starts playing. Then you have the second part, which is the military man stuff and finding out that this world is very cruel. And then you have the third part, which is Rode getting his eye cut out and then finding a new hope and a new beginning and a fresh start. And that's why I basically like this episode. So, Matt, what's your favorite episode and why?
My favorite episode? Oh, man. Either Season 2, Episode 6, or Season 2, Episode 2. If I had to choose, it would be 6, just because you could fit 3 different episodes into that one. I love the plot of it. I like the character development, the shocking moments at the end. The death of Nero, I thought, was very well done with the way Samson takes him out. So yeah, I really think Season 2, Episode 6 is the best of the show to date.
Right. All right, what about you, Patrick?
I'm going to have to agree with both of you. My favourite would be Season 2, Episode 6. And why? Because I I really think, like you said, you could fit 3 episodes into it, and you know, like we all agree on, it really finishes off the story, but it also opens up the new story for season 3 and what we're going to see coming
Very
up,
well said.
and it keeps people gripped on. So yeah,
Right.
that's my favourite episode.
Alright, what about you, Mickey? Okay.
You there, Mickey?
We'll go. Wait,
How to
we'll wait
how
on-
to adjust my mic? I was cleaning off the filter. What's up?
Oh yeah. All right. So, what's your favorite episode? This guy asked.
I'd have to say Blind Follower, but I don't necessarily pick a favorite episode. I pick a favorite episode for each season, actually.
Right. Right.
Season 1 would be the Blind Follower. Season 2 would be the Cliff. I had a fun old doozy. And season
Yeah.
3, the first episode is gonna be my favorite. We haven't filmed it yet, but I got a basic idea of how it's gonna go. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just saying I like it.
All right. All right. Good. Cool beans, man. All right. So, next one's for Matt. So we see Road take a dark spot in season 2, and
Yeah.
we definitely see towards the end of the finale, Samson starting to become more of the leader of this group and starting to take more charge.
Yep.
What's your thoughts on that, and what story could you see possibly happening with that?
With Samson being leader, giving his brother time to recuperate and get his mind back together. I would like to see Samson maybe become a stronger person, because this is just my opinion, but I feel like Samson could be a little too whiny sometimes. So maybe the chance at leadership will strengthen him up a bit. However, I did love playing him in Eye of the Storm, and I think that's his standout episode to date, to be honest.
Definitely.
But yeah,
Yep.
I think Eye of the Storm has fixed a lot of the problems I had with him, and has made him a better character for it.
Right, right. All right. So next one is up for Patrick. So Patrick, this Reaper character, right? It's this guy. This guy, obviously, we've seen that he is not just your average human being. Explain to basically the question is asking what really is this guy and what really makes him so unique.
Right. So I could answer that with referring to another character from Game of Thrones, actually. And I'd pretty much kind of... I don't know, I can kind of see a reference there with the Mountain from Game of Thrones. Like, when he gets stabbed, actually, it kind of... It doesn't work if he gets stabbed, other than the head, obviously.
Right.
But if he gets stabbed, he rebuilds pretty much. He reforms his skin and his flesh. So he's really a big, massive wall. And in terms of his personality, well, actually, I've got one more thing to say about his physical appearance. And yeah, he's, as you can see by his face, he's had a little nuclear defect right there. I guess you'll find a lot more about that out in the upcoming season and see what he can really do. I mean, you've seen him open concrete walls with his bare hands. And in terms of his personality, he's lost within himself, that's what I'd say, because he really just wants to find his family, and that's his main mission. And he's been on so many missions that I think he's kind of lost, and he doesn't really know what he's finding anymore. He doesn't know what to find. So I really think that's Reaper for you.
All right. So the next one goes. I guess Mickey and Patrick, you can share this question if you want to.
Yeah.
With
All right, what's the
Patrick,
question?
with Reaper and Warper being both like a how can I say this? Basically
Nuclear
a
defect.
a nuclear
Mutants.
defect type of character. Could we ever see these guys face off?
Maybe.
Yeah,
Be fun.
I think it'd be a fun face-off, yeah, because
Right.
they both are very similar, and I suppose they both have a very similar sorrowful experience with the nuclear apocalypse.
Right.
Hey, Pat, I want to talk about something with you.
Yeah.
We're talking about abilities and fighting and all that.
Yeah.
I would like to compare Warper's abilities and Reaper's abilities. Care to join me?
Yeah, of course.
Well, can Reaper feel pain? Because Warper can't feel much. He can feel emotion, just not pain.
I wouldn't say he can feel pain, but like you said, he can feel emotion.
Alright. What about, can he think straight? Let's say he got an arrow through the head. Could he? Because he can regenerate pretty quick.
He can regenerate pretty quick. But
Can he get brain damage?
With the brain damage, I wouldn't say so.
Alright. Ask your questions about Warper if you have any about his abilities.
Right, well, with Warper, oh, apologies about that. That's just the usual blooper for Wasteland right there, everybody.
Nice.
With Warper, how long does it take him to regenerate? Is it that fast, or is there
It's about, at most it's about 6 hours. The shortest is about 20 minutes.
Right, okay.
He doesn't have fast regeneration. His body just is really adapted to nuclear radiation flowing through his skin. That's just kind of taken a mind of its own.
Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, that's really all I have to ask. With Warper, you pretty much just summed it all up, that he can't feel pain, but he can feel emotion. Right.
Mentally, imagine that you can get shot, cut up, beaten up, physically, and you won't feel it, and you're all messed up, but you can still move. But the only thing you feel is a deep depression.
Okay.
That'd be a real hell, wouldn't it?
Oh, it would. Certainly would.
Well, I do want to tell you another thing real quick. The central nervous system is messed up, by the way. If you know what that is.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, we have a viewer question for Warper, and he asks, does Warper still care about Drexel?
He does, but he's independent now. He can make his own decisions. But if, let's say, he found out Drexel was in trouble, he'd help him. He wouldn't follow him like a blind dog. Or, he wouldn't follow him without question. He'd ask him what he needs help with.
Right.
Depends on the situation. If it's, let's say, a war, he'll help him. If it's something small, he'll help him. But if it's something that's too immoral for him, even though he's the man who, destroys an entire village, he most likely won't help.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Alright, so the next question is from Matt, actually. Matt, playing Drexel, right?
Yeah.
What has been your favorite moment with him, and what's been your favorite episode with him?
Okay, shit. I gotta think about this for a sec. Okay, my favorite episode with Drexel is definitely he listened to the world. Because it was a great departure for the character, and it was also very sad to say goodbye, but it felt like it was his time to go. And my favorite moment with Drexel is probably standing over the burning military base when we had Nirvana playing. Because that scene is just...
Right.
That's easily probably still one of my top 5 scenes in the whole show.
Right, right.
So that's that question for me.
Alright, so next up, it's basically a question. I guess I can answer this one. What kind of look are we going for season 3, and what kind of stage are we having for season 3? So basically, season 3, what I'm trying to do here is basically open up this new world that we have never seen before. We basically learn more about the radiation and know more about these types of creatures that's been affected by the radiation. We also see more effects that that is due to like new areas and stuff. Also, I will say this: fear the hunters. Definitely fear the hunters because they are definitely something to fear.
You most definitely should.
Definitely. And also we'll also see a lot of stuff to do with really like these characters. Like some of these characters have never been through such a thing in their life. They've been living in this world for about a year now. As of the season 2 finale, they've been living in this world for about a year now, and they finally are starting to come to grips with it. But are they sure they are as in grips with this world as they really think they are? And is there more that meets the eye with these type of characters? So next up is Patrick. Patrick, what do you see Reaper? What kind of road do you see Reaper taking in season 3?
Well, in season 3, I really think he's going to take the road now. Since he's free again, he's not this kind of a slave warrior that Nero uses to scare away people. You know, he's not that kind of guy anymore who's being used by an upper hand. And basically, I really think he's going to go on his main mission to find his family, because that's deeply what he wants. And, you know, I think the road he goes down, man, it could be very dark or it could be very happy for him, but I really think he's going to have both of those moments in the upcoming season.
Right. So next one will be for Matt, and basically, it's basically saying after playing Drexel, would you like to play any more villains?
If the opportunity came to me, sure. But as it stands now, I would say I would take a break from the villains for a little bit. But say maybe in a later season, yeah, sure, why not?
Right. So, alright, so let me, 1 second, I lost the freaking, chat. Okay, sorry, I typed all these into a chat to, basically just gathered a bunch of fans' questions and put them into a chat. Okay. Alright. Okay, next up, Mickey. How many seasons do you want Shattered Man to have?
About 2 or 3, maybe. May I say something real fast?
Yeah.
So anybody who's curious about the Hunters, I'd like to inform them about something.
Okay.
The Hunters are not your typical bad guys, or your typical, oh, I'm a crazy tribal in the middle of God knows where. They're not that, exactly. They're actually a hierarchy, believe it or not. And you actually have to fight for your place.
That's very true. You have to earn your spot in this group, right?
You have to earn your keep, or you'll either be killed, kicked out, or you can go live in a dirt hut.
Right. All right. So
the form of reputation.
This other question is for Mickey as well. So we see at the end of season 2, we see Warper with a bunch of guys with animal skins. What's that all about?
Oh, that's the Hunters.
Yeah, he basically just summed it up for you folks.
Yeah, literally he just said, hey, I'm gonna say something about the Hunters. Who are those animal dudes? Oh, those are the Hunters. I don't mean to seem rude. I just said what they were is all. I find it funny that you literally asked. But thank you for asking, though. I appreciate it.
We got another Mickey question. So how exactly does Warper take a tumble down that cliff, and how does he exactly survive that?
Well, basically what Warper did is the full-on situation is he leaped up, cut what's-his-face, got kicked in the hand, kind of tumbled down without snapping his neck. I mean, he damaged his back, and his leg bone went, broke. And because he can heal the way he does in a matter of 20 minutes to 6 hours, he's alright. But injuries like these would take a couple days to heal.
Right.
But in Shattered Man Season 1, you'll see how he's brought back and who he was. Who exactly saves him is the group that he's with right now. But you'll see the full story of how he became in charge during Shattered Man.
Right. So next up it'll be for me. Well, actually, I guess this will be a whole cast question. Would you guys like? Would you guys like fan art for certain characters?
Would I like?
Yeah,
Hell
definitely.
yeah.
Heck yeah. Why not?
Anyone.
Anything to show that the fans, love this. I mean, I'll be more than happy to, see this or whatever. I'll be more than happy to, and even if you want me to post this on my stuff, yeah, I'll definitely more than happy to be able to do that.
I want to say something for our artist real quick who want to do fan art.
Yeah.
If you do fan art, you should let us know, because I may sound like a narcissistic bastard, but I like seeing people's art.
Yeah.
Especially if it's of Samson, Road, Warper, or even my boy Reaper over there.
Hey.
Right.
Ayo.
All right. Ayo.
But you go on, get with what you're talking about.
Yep. So this next question's for me. So this next question is basically saying, we see Road sitting at a tree at the end of season 2, talking to the tree. What exactly is he doing there? Well, I mean, I confirmed this about a few days ago, but I can confirm it again. Basically, what Road done is he planted a tree in Trent's memory because of his past, and he finally sees his wrongdoings in this. He goes over to the tree every morning, says how wrong he is, and does a bunch of, basically
Feels like 50 billion Hail Marys.
Right. He basically just, basically that's the only way he can cope with himself, if you catch my drift. That's the only way he can basically cope with himself, and we definitely see, without this tree in season 3, without him coping with this tree of some sort, we see that he definitely has this type of thing where he only can cope with it through his own mind and try to, make this right. He knows what he done was wrong. He sees that now. Back in season 2, that was during a war, and that was during a bunch of stuff when a bunch of crap was happening. He basically didn't get a down moment. So basically, in season 3, we finally get to see him take a step back, and then see and fully envision what he has really done, and he's like, okay, I messed up a lot of stuff in the past. So that basically confirms that question. Put that one to bed.
Yeah.
So the next one, let me check here real quick. Any more fan questions, Matt?
Yeah, we got one in the chat. Road
Okay.
really lost me in season 2. Will he change his ways in season 3?
Well, I guess I basically said that.
Right.
I mean, I guess I could say it again if I want to. But, I mean, if
you've
you want me
answered that, kinda, yeah.
Yeah. So season 3, Road is definitely going to try to be more redemption, and try to win them. Try to not really win them over again. That's not really what he's trying to do. He's trying to take a step back and realize what kind of cost there is to this. To what he done back in the day.
Right.
All right. Next up, what's been your favorite scene? What's been your favorite scene between the cast? So, Matt, you can go ahead and start that one off.
My favorite scene with a cast member?
No, your favorite scene, like just in all of the entire show so far.
Oh, okay. My favorite scene in the show. Oh, man. Sabotage. Sabotage plus Nero's death.
All right. All right. So, what about you, Patrick?
I'm gonna have to go for when Road and Samson fight. I feel like it was a flame that was building up for a while. It was just being ignited throughout the season, and then finally it all happens.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Warper?
What's going on?
What's been your favorite scene to film in the show so far?
I don't know, actually. I really don't know, believe it or not.
All right.
I've had a lot of favorite scenes. They've been all pretty fun.
Right. Okay. So basically, I'll say mine too, and I have to agree with Patrick on this one. I just seeing what we've been building up to this for the first season and the second season. This whole entire brewery of Road and Samson not really quite getting along, and then once in the season 2 finale, during that scene, it gets very hot, and it basically just blows up, right? And it's just an entire nuclear war. And we also see Road lose a certain part of his body due to that, which is called his eyeball. And basically he gets it slit open. This is another question I've been asked. Like, what happened exactly to Road's eye? So basically what happened is...
Guess he'd say Road didn't see it coming.
Okay. Basically...
Oh my god.
Simpson, basically, like, you know, not necessarily pushed him, but, you know, kind of, how can I really explain this? He kind of just, you know,
Get to the point.
Nudged him.
Sound straight up.
And, okay, and then basically Road, you know, gets a freaking piece of cacti and stuff into his eyeball, which we can definitely see it doesn't go well. He has to get it taken out and stuff. And due to it being radiated world and stuff, these plants possibly carrying this radiation and crap, it's very hazardous to leave it in there. So I mean, why would you leave it in there? So basically, I don't know. That's another thing. I'm gonna put those 2 questions to bed. Right there. Leave them right there. Never pick them back up again. All right. So next question is for Matthew.
Yep.
So this next question is being a co-showrunner. What's been your favorite experience and stuff being this co-showrunner for the show?
Seeing the fan base grow and seeing just how much the product has grown in general.
Right.
Plus, just seeing the writing come to life and the amazing character moments, the fun moments we have behind the scenes. It all has been a great experience, and I've enjoyed every moment of it.
Right. All right. Yeah. So, all right. Let me check again. Boom. All right. So, this also is one from Matt. So this guy basically says you directed an episode. I heard. So which one was it?
It was Eye of the Storm, which is probably one of my favorite episodes of the show, just because I freaking love arena battles. I love the whole like gladiator type stuff. I also, for some reason, it actually made me more attached to the Samson character, because I feel like Samson finally came out of his little whiny persona, and he was forced to fight for his life, so we actually got to see like the real warrior in Samson come out, which was really fun to do, and you know, to play the character in that way and to direct the character in that way. Yeah, it was a great experience directing Eye of the Storm.
Right. All right, this is another one for Matt as well.
Okay.
So, why didn't Drexel kill Road in that cell?
Ooh, okay. From a character perspective, why I would say he didn't was because he was just trying to leave the life behind. He just wanted to get out of DC, as we saw by the end. He was just trying to get out of that cell, get out of the toxic wasteland, and just get the hell out of DC. So he's probably just thinking like, okay, if I try and kill Road, it's not going to go well. They'll probably end up just killing both of us. So why not just work with him for now, and then once I'm out of here, I can just leave DC and then just have this all behind me and move on with, start a new beginning. Start kind of like that, yeah.
Start a new life practically, right?
Yes, exactly.
Right. All right. So, yeah, really good answer there. Next up is also for Matt.
Oh my god.
Yo, Matt, you really got the fan base going, don't you?
Yep.
He goes, this guy goes, Samson is one of my favorite characters. How's it been playing this fan favorite?
Honestly, it's been great. I've really enjoyed playing as him, apart from when he's whiny. But other than that, I gotta say, it's been a great experience. and especially playing as him in the finale. And those moments when he actually fights Road, I actually felt the intensity of the scene. I felt the emotion of the scene.
Definitely.
So that was a crazy experience actually. When I go back and watch that episode, it kind of brings me back to that kind of a little bit. So yeah, it's been pretty crazy playing as Samson, I have to say.
All right. And the next one is for Matt.
Oh my
Yo,
god.
Matt, I got a question for you too.
Yeah.
Yeah, what press was first?
Oh, you asked mine? I was gonna make a joke, but okay.
Oh, okay.
Yo, Matt. All right, my question is, Matt, why are you getting so many questions?
I don't know.
Matt, you should
Anyways.
get more questions.
Anyways, what? Yeah, I mean, okay. So, anyways, Matt, what? With your first few days with working with Cade, like how was it? How did it go down?
It was actually very smooth. We just ended up we met like on Instagram voice call. We actually met through basically I was on vacation at the time, and I would just call him from my hotel balcony, and this is when we first started talking, and we would just write Wasteland World on the voice call, and he would just send me pictures of the scripts. That's how we first started doing this. That's actually how we filmed parts of the first episode. But we realized going into episode 2 that improvising our lines was a lot more easier and actually served the story better in a way. So, yeah, that's what the first few days were like, and I actually am pretty nostalgic for those days too.
Definitely, definitely. All right. So this next one is for Warper. Well, Mickey. You know.
Me. Yeah,
So
ask away.
basically, this guy is saying, "What are you wearing on your head?"
Which part? Exactly, which season?
On the top of your head, season 3 or season 2.
Like right now.
No,
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm wearing a bear. I killed
he's
it.
wearing a bear, boys.
I killed this bear. I shanked that. I shanked him in the eyes. Actually, not the eyes, the neck. And then turned him into my coat.
You heard it here first, folks.
Definitely. Yeah. Okay, so next up is Patrick. So, being the promotion man for this show, and making these posters, can we see some more really cool key art coming up soon?
100%. I'd say December's really the mark for Wasteland promotion. I really think because it was started at quite an odd time. I believe it was early November. So I think on December the 1st, that's really the time that, I and Cade and Matt and whoever else is involved in the promotions, that's when we kind of come out of development and really start producing things. And you guys will get the bigger picture once I've actually finished on working on a special project, which you've actually heard. So yeah, you'll definitely see some more key art posters and more designs in general for the show.
Right, definitely. And this, okay, so this is another one for Pat, but this basically alludes to one of your first questions. How was it like? Being, becoming definitely like a part of this cast and like working your way through this cast?
Oh, well, it was actually quite easy. I mean, there was one down, and that was it. There was one, and that was a quick, easy slip through. It was very easy. It was a very easy development call thing. We always talk every night now, so it's an awesome experience, and it's definitely worth it because Wasteland for me, as much as I do it in a professional stance, I kind of come here to have fun at the same time. Like, I love to be part of the videos, and I love to interview the cast and to be part of it in general and have fun. It's like a hobby. So, it's great to have been part of the cast, and it was a very easy move through and very entertaining ride, so yeah.
Right, definitely. All right, so, okay, so next up, we only got a few questions left, so we'll wrap it up soon. So, this is, we hear a character named Drake in the prologue, will we ever see this character again? I'm not going to answer that for you right now. Just not right now. Yeah, next question. Okay, so what's been your favorite, going around the cast, what's been your favorite blooper that we've done?
Oh.
Alright, so, we'll start off with you, Matt.
I'm sorry, repeat that. I was just reading a question. Epic is here, and he's just saying, "Hey guys, how you doing?"
Hello, Epic, how's it going?
Well.
Alright, so basically, yeah, well, so basically what's been your favorite blooper?
Oh, my favorite blooper?
Yeah.
Okay, my favorite blooper definitely has to be during Eye of the Storm, and it's when Mickey left for a few minutes, so we kind of we're just waiting around for him to get back. So I just had Samson stuck up on a cage while I was in creative mode flying around, and then the cast was basically just throwing tridents at me, and we were saying pin the wheel on the Samson. That's my favorite one.
That was fun. Yes, that was really fun. Alright, Pat, what's been yours, man?
I think everybody knows mine, and
This is great.
Yeah, and it's actually kind of painful too. Literally, my favourite blooper was in season 2, episode 6, Blood Brothers, when my mic was muted the whole time, and I did 20,000 paragraphs of dramatic speeches when Rogue was getting his eye farted out. Brilliant. Yeah, that was the best one, and you probably actually will see that because it was a captured moment. It was very fun. So yeah, just keep an eye out for the project we're all working on, and you may actually see that because that made us all laugh.
Definitely. All right, next up, Mickey. What's been your favorite blooper?
I got a couple.
Yeah, right.
Lists. We had some bloopers earlier. Boom booms are fun. I'll talk about that later. Remember. We had a couple. I can't exactly remember all of them right now. I'm a little zoned out. But, what one do we have? We had a scary fan fiction about Drexel and what's face. In that one, you know what I'm talking about. You're more than welcome to tell them about it. I don't know if you want to.
Wait, I'm confused, honestly.
Yeah, so am I.
Don't worry about what Jimbo is doing behind Drexel.
Oh gosh! Oh gosh! Okay.
You remember the one I'm talking about? That was a fun little blooper we came up with. See that plane menu we were talking about?
That's what Mickey sound like I was getting my eye removed. Oh, man. Okay, so by the way, my favorite blooper has to be that one, and also, of course, I have a few of them. Patrick, with his mic muted the whole time. And then another one was, this one goes back to the very early days of Wasteland. Me and Matt had this one scene that we could not get filmed for the sake of us.
The outdoor scene.
The outdoor scene. And we basically what it was just us walking around talking. But for some dang reason, we had to keep, it just kept on, for example, I remember, we were just talking about Berserkers, right? And, it just went, I don't know, it just had to retake it over and over and over and over and over, man.
Oh,
it was so funny.
There's one more blooper that just came back to me that you mentioned, the early days of Wasteland. I can't go into detail about it because it's really screwed up. But basically, during the filming of episode 2, we had a little blooper where Drexel would chase Road around with a very stupid object.
Oh man.
Nice.
Oh man.
That's all I'm gonna say for that one.
Oh man. Alright. Next up is one for Patrick. And you basically answered this one already. But we'll always see some of these bloopers on the DVDs.
Oh yeah. A lot of them. and you'll
Right.
see
Hell yeah.
possibly if there, it's still in talks. But if there are any like extended scenes that were cut, you'll see
Right.
all of that on the DVD. So yeah, that'll definitely be on there.
Right. I actually have one more blooper too I want to share, and it's basically when Rosa's character first got introduced, which is Liz. She basically had her mic not on party share mode whatever, and like basically she was talking and everything.
Oh,
and it
We
made the
had
final
to
cut.
refilm that. That was great.
Yeah.
2 in a row.
Exactly. But yeah, that's basically the bloopers there, folks.
Yep.
So the next one goes for the cast. Well, I guess I can answer this one. It's well, we see more of Tales from the Wasteland, and that is something that we have still been discussing more. Well, we see more of Tales from the Wasteland, and that's definitely something that's really up for debate. Depends on the cast and what kind of stuff we get done during that time, and how free everybody is.
Hmm.
So,
Plus, we have Shattered Man already, and we do also have another unannounced project that we're planning as well for another character.
definitely.
Yeah.
And the next one is, I guess it'll be for me. How different are the phases from the actual show? They're pretty different. Pretty different as of right now. They're pretty freaking different. There's some different characters in there, different moments, different ways of going about certain things. So yeah. And how many issues are in the phases? Originally there was 75 issues. Yeah, 75 issues. Plus like 5 mini issues or whatever. But we're gonna start working on that soon. Phase 1, issue 1 should be out very soon. So yeah, that does it for the questions, guys.
Right.
Awesome.
Wow. That's crazy, yeah.
Yeah.
We got a lot of
we're
fan
done talking about
support.
questions now?
Yep, that's the questions as of right now.
I want to ask fans a question.
All right, go ahead.
All right, fans. How you doing?
Warper asks how you're doing, guys.
We're so good.
Listen, usually they're all like, "Oh, how you doing?" And we never bother to ask them. They're the ones who watch us. So I only find it reasonable to ask them how they are.
No, that's unreasonable, Mickey. No, I'm kidding.
Nice.
Everyone asks, why is Warper? Where is Warper? How is Warper? But nobody asks, who is Warper?
Good question. Right.
Mickey, we love you, man. That's what we like to do. Okay, anyways.
If you viewers
Yeah,
have any other final questions, please comment them now, and we will do our best to answer them.
Oh, there's another one. Okay. Rhoda looks like Comic Carl. Yeah, kinda. Yeah, I can see that. Not necessarily a question.
Oh yeah.
I think
thanks
that's
for-
it for the questions, guys. No one else is commenting.
All right. Perfect.
Right.
Anyways, see you guys in the next one. Well, actually, this is your video, Matt.
Yeah, okay, guys. We'll take it easy, and I will see you on the next broadcast. And ciao, guys.